So I was just going to say
Right.
one more time that your history with Raptor cars is born from the fact that you're a race car engine builder. And that's the your motivation of getting into Raptor cars was because you found that you have customers who were asking you, urging you to, instead of put your engines in their cars, that you should build your cars and have your engines in them. Is that right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, yeah. Yes, it is indeed. And for us, it's a sort of, it's a special feature. It's not many people who not only build cars that actually build performance engines for their cars.
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm going to turn the microphone right over to you because I think I know we chatted previously, and Wi-Fi is always a problem in rural areas such as mine and yours.
Yeah.
But I believe that you said you'd like to do a little bit of a walkthrough, maybe your shop, showing some of your vehicles in construction, and then you have one finished that you'd like to show us. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we've got you, which is actually one of our best sellers. So we do an RR235. The 235 basically refers to the horsepower that it makes. And for us as a business, we kind of like the technology side of it. So we're using these brand new Ford Focus. I think the Fusion, I think you guys call them as well.
Yes.
And they're the 1.6 liter EcoBoost, the direct fuel injection, and super efficient, low emissions. Low emissions is a big issue for manufacturers like me. So we kind of tick all the boxes, and phenomenal performance. You can have your cake and eat it. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Well, that's great. Well, I'm gonna turn. You are on the camera right now, and I'm going to turn it completely over to you. Do you want to turn your camera around so we can see what you've got there?
Yep. That's no problem. And I don't know how. That. Oh, can you? Have you still got me?
I've still got you.
Hello, Jim.
Beginning to wane in just a little bit, but. Why don't you stand back closer to where you were before, and you can aim your camera at what we were looking at, and you can tell us what's going on there.
And okay, so just right the way in the foreground, the orange one, that is our RR235. So that's our EcoBoost car for you, that we brought in here for today. And to be honest with you, I think because of Wi-Fi, I think we're going to be limited. I can't get you up close to that, unfortunately.
That's more than fine.
But as I say, Jim, yeah, I mean, I think maybe what we could maybe do is, if you'd have me back, we could maybe do, set this up again for you. Here just now, I'll just pan you around, and you'll see a nice little sort of baby blue with a full cage on it. This one in particular is an RR180. So again, 180 horsepower, but this has a Yamaha R1 engine fitted in it.
Oh, that's a screamer then.
Yeah, so she's beautiful. I mean, these things here, the 14,250 revs is the rev limit. This particular one, it's honestly, first gear is 72 miles an hour in first gear, flat out. Absolutely amazing. Just get it off the line. That's the problem.
I've got a Hayabusa in mind.
Oh, lovely! Yes,
yeah,
yes, exactly. Yeah.
Can I ask you a bit? Can I ask you a bit about the bike engine cars? I mean, I told you previously when I looked at your website and I was looking at your vehicles, I kind of felt like I was at home, like with my own. The brake system that you're using Willwoods. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, Jim. Yep.
Yeah, I love that. That's absolutely perfect. And they're Willwood front and rear?
We're using a 4-pot setup on the front, and we're just using sort of a standard Ford caliper on the back with a solid disc.
That's exactly what mine is. I told you I was at home. And so yours has the cage differential then. What differential rate are you using for the bike engine cars?
So this particular one, Yamaha are very good because the gearing's quite good inside the bike. especially with the R1. And a 3.62 differential will give you a top end of I think it's about 137, 138 miles an hour in sixth.
That's lovely.
If you would want to drive that fast.
Oh yeah, and it's a fully independent Ford. I don't know what mine has a T-Bird differential, and yours I don't know which one it is. Fully caged.
So basically, So basically, what we use like a Ford Sierra differential.
Yes.
So that's what we're using. The drive shafts themselves, they're a standard Ford unit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we use like a custom hub on the back, which basically just accommodates the Ford Sierra brakes and calipers.
Mm-hmm. I said it very much like mine. And is that a limited slip that's available, or is it not?
Yes. I mean, what we've done is we've put a limited slip differential in this one here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, basically, as a business, what we said was anything that's making over 400 brake per ton, then we put a limited slip differential in it.
That's absolutely gorgeous. I'm at home. I'm also in lust because my car was built. I built my car 17 years ago, and I love it for everything that it had that was new and current at that time. But now I look at what you're producing with your pushrod front suspension, and I am so much in love with that. That's absolutely fabulous.
Yeah. And as you can see from the back, there's so much triangulation in there just for strength. And that's one of the big things that we've tried to try to add into our cars is that safety measure. A lot of people are hung up on weight. To be honest with you, I think safety's first. And that's one of our philosophies that we rigidly stick to. And what we did last year was, you can maybe just see right the way in the bottom on the lower wishbone.
Yes.
We ended up rose jointing them. So what we can do now is we've actually got toe on the rear, so you can actually set the toe absolutely perfect front and rear now. And just on the top there, you can see we've got, the sort of big double nut that there allows camber adjustment as well. So it's all fully adjustable on the back. It's a fabulous machine. Even if you're giving it some big power, it just sits down and it squats, it squirms, but it's not a drift car. It's lovely to drive. Very, very rewarding.
Oh, I'm in lust. It's beautiful.
So yes, so this one here. So we hope possibly by next week we should pretty well much do it. We've got all some carbon fiber decals to go, the stripes on the bonnet and on the side. We're just waiting on the link pipe so we can fit the silencer, because obviously we still have to meet current emission regulations. This one here we kind of just delve into heel tech. And they have flat shifter kits and things like that. Yeah. So you don't even need to lift off the throttle, away you go. So
it's a thing of beauty. Absolutely
beautiful machine.
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful machine.
Yeah, and I mean, I just said it over and over again. I just feel like I'm at home. I look at that roll cage and I feel so confident. Look at that.
Yeah. And you can just see. You can just see from the side there, we've got the additional supports just on the actual sidebars themselves.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, I'm very, very tall. I'm kind of 6 foot, nearly 6'7", so I'm just over 2 meters tall. And to be honest with you, you can just use the cage to kind of crawl on it and come in from the top. It's super easy to get into. It's great.
I know. I'm going to tell the folks who are listening in just to go to your Facebook page, go to the Raptors Facebook page, and you'll see a picture of Andrew trying to squeeze in and himself into a different 7. I think it's a Caterham. I'm not sure, but it's hilarious. He's a big man.
That is fun. A big man, a big lad. Yeah.
No, you've got bike
So,
engines, and I noticed from the website you will accommodate or you feature the ZZR14 engine,
yeah.
and do you also do Hayabusa still? I didn't see them on the site.
To be honest with you, Jim, the very first bike engine that we did was a Hayabusa.
Yes.
And we loved that. That was absolutely fantastic.
Mhm.
The torque in these machines, as you know yourself,
Mhm.
that absolutely lovely machines.
Mhm.
So we did the first one was Hayabusa. And then after that, we just basically looked at the 1400s for the simple reason that they were, we could find them very, very
Yeah.
easily,
Mhm.
because the Hayabusa is quite a popular unit, and especially over in the UK here, there's a lot of guys using sort of autograss, where
Mhm.
it's the sort of buggy type things,
Yeah.
and they're hard to get off,
Yeah.
basically get hold of.
Yeah.
So it was just supply and demand, unfortunately, that why we chose the ZZR.
Mhm. No, I was just wondering if, for a customer's point of view, if
Yeah,
that was that's still an option. And you have the car engine option with the EcoBoost, so that's
yeah,
a nice touch too.
yeah. Well, for us, we were kind of, because we didn't want to get involved in the UK. We have Q plates,
Hmm.
and as a manufacturer, we wanted to keep new cars on an age-related plate. So we're up to 20 plates just now.
Hmm.
Um, and part of the part of the deal to get that is that the engine must be able to meet current emission regulations, which is Euro 6, and that's really, really tough.
Yeah.
There were some great engines like the old Vauxhall and the Ford Z-Tex, but
Hmm.
it's a struggle.
Yeah. I've always said that I enjoy
And
my carbon footprint.
yeah, exactly. And I just think, as manufacturers, I think we all need to sit back and we all need to just take a little bit of responsibility for what we're doing. But with these brand new EcoBoosts, you can have everything. You can have the power, you can have the torque, you can have the fuel economy.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, the orange one in particular, which we use as a demo, I had a beautiful run through Glencoe last summer. And in certain stages, we were kind of marching on a little bit, and certain bits we were kind of cruising.
Hmm.
And I got 48 miles to gallon with it. And
Well,
that was brimming it, driving it, taking it back, brimming it, and then working it out.
wow.
So phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And with these little EcoBoosts, between you and I, the record so far for a 1.6 is 476 horsepower.
Oh my. Oh my.
So, when we are running at 380, we're actually being conservative. We're
Yeah.
turning them down a little bit.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful.
yeah, and a standard engine will cope with that. It's only once you get above 400, but in a vehicle of that weight, half the horsepower. That's all you would ever need.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Andrew, I'm looking forward to doing more with you because
Thank you.
I told you right off the top when I looked at your cars, I felt like I was at home, like it was my own car.
Yeah.
Who knows? I may have to
Mm.
be an importer for you. By the way, folks, anybody who's got a deep pockets and would like to be a representative of Raptor Cars, you can contact Andrew through his website, and he'd love to talk to you.
I certainly would love to talk to someone.
Yeah.
Certainly would.
So
Yeah.
spread the word, folks.
But
These are excellent. I mean, we see so many. I mean, my car is a low cost, and I've seen
yeah,
low cost built that are gems, pieces of art.
yeah,
And then you've had others that you kind of want to scratch your head a little bit and say, well, thanks. But in your case, they have truly amazing pieces of engineering and architecture that's just gorgeous to look at. Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
So
thank you very much, Jim. Yeah,
I'm not going to take all of your time, because I would love to do this again, if that's all right with you. What do you think?
Yeah. I'm just going to turn you around, Jim.
All right.
So I can talk to you. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, absolutely. And as I say, I would love to do that. And I think, I think today's been a bit of a learning curve for us today in doing this live streaming. And I think what we'll do next time is, I think we can move the cars further up when we're in Wi-Fi, and we can get up close and just like some of your viewers have a look in detail.
And I think there's ways of doing that too, and I've learned a bit too.
I echo your sentiments.
Yep, and I would love to do it again, and I think that we can work out the technical bits. I mean, because you know that we can do our tests offline, and we've done that before, so we can work it out. I would really look forward to it, because you've got great product, and you've got a terrific following already. We got 6,100 people who just love what you're doing. There's no question. So why don't we build on that? And we'll make another attempt to get together. And for now, I'm going to say I can't complain, as my Glaswegian grandfather would say.
That was very good. I'm very impressed.
He also,
unfortunately, I can't do any Canadian.
He also said, "Darn your socks, there's lots of wool down there."
I like it.
So anyway, I'm gonna bid you adieu, and let's do this again. And
fantastic, Jim. I'd love to.
And in the meantime, please, folks, go over to Andrew's Facebook page, download his web material, and keep in touch with him, because he's got lots and lots of good stuff for you. So, Andrew, I'm going to say goodbye.
Lots of nice little shiny things. Right, Jim, all the best. Thank you very much for your time, and goodbye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your sneak preview.
We enjoyed it, and you know what? This is just the beginning. We'll build from here.
Superb. Oh, Jim, okay, all the best. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.